Hello everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak with y'all today. My name is Julia Maldonado and I am the judge of the 507th Family District Court in Harris County, Texas. I am originally born in Mexico, and I came to the United States as a young child. I became a U.S. citizen probably in my mid-20s, but I've been here since I was young, since I was a little girl. I come from very humble beginnings. My parents didn't have much of anything other than 8 children, 4 girls and 4 boys. But they brought us here to the United States so we could have a better life and better opportunities. They brought us here, they allowed us to remain in Mexico until they were able to bring us here legally, and we've been here ever since. I'm a product of the Houston public schools. I later attended the University of Houston downtown where I obtained an accounting degree. I didn't have the funds to go to a college, and so I didn't go to college right off of high school. I went in my late 20s. I was very fortunate and very blessed to have worked for a company that had what's called tuition reimbursement. You go to school, make good grades, we pay for your tuition, but you pay for everything else. While in my undergraduate in the University of Houston downtown, I got married, divorced, had 2 children. And so during that period of time, I decided that it would probably be a better thing for me to go to law school so that I could provide better for my children that I have. I have 2 boys. So I went to law school and graduated from law school in my late 30s. And I practiced for about 18 years before I decided to seek a political office. I ran 4 times before I actually got elected. The first time that I ran for office was in 2010, and I lost. 2012, and I lost again. 2014, and of course I lost again. And I thought, okay, let me give it one more shot. And in 2016, I ran, and I became the first Hispanic female Democrat to ever be elected to a family court bench here in Harris County. And that has paved the way for other Hispanic females to seek office, and we currently have several candidates for office that are Hispanic. Now, why did I choose to be a judge? Why did I want to be a judge? I think it's something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl, but I was very poor, so I didn't have the means to be able to do it. I had dreams, lots of dreams, but my parents didn't have any money. They just had lots of children. So my first passion was an accountant, being an accountant. I've liked numbers since I was a little girl, so I think I started doing accounting when I was 14. And I continued that throughout high school and into my college education. Why did I want to be an accountant? I wanted to go to college because no one in my family had ever gone to college. And I was the youngest of the girls, so my older brothers and sisters were not going to go. And I went against the odds when Hispanic females that come from a small town as I did are not supposed to get an education. But I still went. I bugged my parents and went against my parents and eventually finished my college education. Now, I always had this vision of being an attorney and maybe a judge someday. I always saw my mother as a strong individual, a leader, a person who other people in my hometown looked up to her to help them and assist them in ways that no one else could. So I always knew that I wanted to someday run for office. But to run for this kind of bench, you have to be an attorney. So I was an attorney, and I thought I was going to be a tax attorney since I was an accountant. Little did I know what my future held, and I became more of a family attorney and criminal law attorney. So this is where I am now, and this is how I became a family court judge. Now, how do I help my community to make a difference? I give speeches. I go and read to children at the elementary schools. I help as much as I can. But one of the biggest things that makes me